Hi, Sasha.
Hi, Beverly.
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Oh, that's great. I'm very happy to see that you made your appointment today. I know we missed the last one.
hmm
Yeah, so how are things going for you?
Um, Things are going okay. I've been working a lot, and I mean also in school, so I've been a little bit stressed, just trying to balance everything.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm just trying to, handle everything as I at the moment with what's going on in my life.
I see. I know I understand perfectly. I've gone through that. I've had to work and go to school at the same time. It's not easy. It's a balancing act, and it can be very stressful.
Mhm.
So I perfectly understand. Today, though, I wanted to review your blood work,
Mm.
and I before I get started, though, I wanted to know how do you feel you're controlling your blood
Mhm.
pressure?
As I mentioned before, I've been a little stressed running around. Um, I haven't been really taking care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of my schedule, I've been picking up some extra hours at work. So, it's just been pretty hard on me. Um, Eating, you know, right. Honestly, I've been kind of eating out a lot. Uh, Chinese food,
Mm,
a lot of takeout. Um, at times when the restaurants are closed, I end up having to go to some convenience stores and just pick up some snacks, such as like some potato chips and you know, uh, just some quick foods.
yeah. Well, it sounds like what you're telling me is that your diet has gone off the rails,
Mm,
and which means that you're probably consuming a lot more salt than you
yeah.
should, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
of the Chinese food and the chips and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, let's see here. It says here that your blood pressure is a little elevated. It's
Mm-hmm.
130 over 90. So we need to see what we can do to bring it down and to manage it moving forward. Um, I've seen you in the past, and I've seen that you've been very successful in managing your blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm pretty sure that you know, you can certainly get back to that point. But I think it's important that we understand what is it that you were doing then
Mm-hmm.
that helped you to achieve those blood levels.
Yeah, I mean, I was eating a lot healthier then,
Mm-hmm.
and I was exercising pretty regular, about 3 to 5 days a week, um, rigorous exercising, and back to the cooking. I mean, I was meal prepping, I was food shopping at the grocery stores, so I was able to prepare and make my meals at home. I had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of time with that. Unfortunately, with the stress of balancing everything, I have also been um, smoking, you know, here and there to just to relieve my stress.
Yes. Okay. So, as I said, I remember when you had achieved that 120 over 80,
Mm,
and
right.
it was around your birthday. You were very happy and relaxed. You were going on vacation. Um, what strategies did you use then to help you to eat healthier
Mhm.
and exercise?
Um, you know, when it came to exercising, I had a friend that, we would work out together 3 days a week, and it was very helpful having that
Mm-hmm.
support with another person to achieve, some fitness goals. Um, Also, with the meal prepping, I was also maintaining a diary and writing down everything that I was consuming.
Mm-hmm.
That helped as well at
Oh,
that time.
that is great. Are you willing to restart that regimen again?
I am. I am. I want to take control of my life. Have some control of my life. because right now I'm just not comfortable with my diet.
Yes. Okay. Well, I think we have a couple of options, right? So we know that you're strapped for time, and I don't think that's going to change much in the future. And so out there, there are a number of meal prep companies that you can tap into. They actually deliver semi-prepared food, and it's usually fresh. The companies I'm going to tell you about there, the food is fresh. There's some portion control, and there is you can obtain low sodium foods. So you may want to certainly go research that as to what's the best option for you. And then I know locally there is a restaurant that is really gaining a lot of popularity because of the type of food that they're serving. As I said, it's fresh. There's portion control. I don't know if you've heard of the name Snap in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think I've seen it around.
Okay, so yes, so they do a great job in preparing really healthy meals for people. So that's something that you can do. Would you like me to provide the names of those companies to you so that you can, move forward in that regard?
That would be great, Beverly.
Okay, great. Now, does your school have a gym?
You know what they do?
Okay, so I know you mentioned that there was a young woman that you worked out with, but we don't know if she's available anymore, right? So, as you move forward, it's very important to have support. And I find that the group sessions, the group classes, serve that purpose because they're usually the same set of people that are going there to achieve the same thing that you're trying to achieve. And normally you're able to find a buddy or a number of friends who can support you. All right, so I would recommend that you research that at your gym at school. So in regard to the occasional smoking, all right, would you say that you smoke when you're stressed, or is it that you just like to smoke?
It's only when I'm stressed that I decide to smoke.
Okay. And on a scale of 0 to 10, would you say that if you exercise and you bring down your stress levels, that you would not need to smoke?
I'd say a 9. I never smoke when I'm in control of my life.
Okay. So you're telling me that your stress levels need to be manageable, in order for you not to smoke. And since smoking is a risk factor for hypertension, I think this is something you need to take in control. All right, because potentially, if your blood pressure continues to rise, you're liable to have a stroke, and we don't want that. So I'm going to also recommend that you reach out to the pulmonary support group, and they are like a national organization with local chapters, and they are able to really support you on the web, face to face, and direct meetings, on the phone. They have a variety of options to support you, and I think they can offer this support, in helping you to maintain a healthy diet, as well as to have a consistent exercise regimen, and then most of all too in this regard to help you to avoid smoking. Okay, so Sasha, on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not important and 10 being the most important, how important is it for you to make these changes soon?
I'd say a 10. I want to have some control in my life, and I want to make a change to remain healthy.
Okay, yes, I understand that. And then, using the same scale, with 0 being the least confident and 10 being the most confident, how confident are you that you can actually make these changes?
A 10. as you mentioned, there's a lot of support out there. I just have to do the research, and see what works for me. So, as I mentioned before, I had a friend that was able to work out with me, and you know, the gym, my local gym at my school seems like they have something that'll be helpful.
Mm.
So yeah, I think there's definitely a good outlook.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. Um, so I will certainly pass on the information. And is there anything else that you would like to discuss?
No, thanks. Everything was great, Beverly. I mean, I think I could obtain my goal of, lowering my blood pressure.
Oh, that's great to hear. That's wonderful, Sasha. So it was a pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you in the next 3 months. And so we'll direct the receptionist to set up a time for you so that we can talk again. And it's great once more seeing you and have a great day.
Thanks. You too, Bev.
Thank you.
Mhm.